Welcome back to beautiful Salt Lake, Utah for the Utah State Championships presented by MVP Disc Sports. I am Ian Anderson, joined by my man Corey Merle. We got the back nine coming up. Talk about this course.
Oh, it's been great, man. Creekside Park, home to Walter Frederick Morrison Disc Golf Course, the inventor of the Frisbee. So Salt Lake City has a long, awesome history of disc golf. This course installed in 1983, so show some love for a 41-year-old course.
It's got you by almost a decade, Corey.
It's honestly chasing you down. This course could play Masters.
I totally could. What's our play here on 10, Corey?
310 feet. You're looking for something that's going to break pretty aggressively left to right. So if you've got that kind of big power sidearm, you can play it out long left and have it drop back into this tree line. Something to note, though, the creek off to that right side is out of bounds. So if you're playing that turnover backhand or maybe too spiky of a sidearm, definitely something that could come into play.
Pretty gettable, though, no?
Very gettable, 310 feet. You know, it's more about the angle from the tee. Like, you really have to draw it pretty far back into the right to get onto the green. So it is gettable, but it's not necessarily like your traditional hole shape for the length.
I can see what you're saying after the Kai Kim drive.
Mm-hmm. And it's a congested green, you know. You could have stuff in your way.
Martin, going to the big turnover with something slow.
I'm shocked to see him not throw the left side of the tee pad. On this hole, they said you could throw left or right of the tee pad if you weren't feeling the grip.
Yeah.
And he went right side with a turnover, which just kind of increased the angle that he needed.
Yeah, I see that. Shepard, can he make this bend enough? Ooh.
He's trying.
Yeah, it's out there.
Yep, a little bit more height, couple degrees of angle maybe.
Thorsness, still looking for that first birdie of the day.
Tough spot to be trying to find it from there.
Shepard throwing two. Bloop. That works for three. Kim has a look at the birdie. Oh, did that get wet, Corey? No way.
It did. It get caught edge, rolled right up in there.
Oh, it looked like a tree and came back up the hill and then went back into the creek.
It did, essentially. It did like a little twazzle
Yeah.
straight into the drink, man. And honestly, man, where it went in, it kind of twizzled behind a bush, so it's not a fun lie.
Don't love that for him. Can Martin grab a stroke on the card? Oh.
Nice
Coming
job
back.
dodging that, Brian.
Well done, Mr. Geis. Coming out of the creek is Kim for the bogey. Lovely.
Yes. Good putt, Kai. That's clutch, man. It's so frustrating. You know, he got aggressive on the putt, paid the price. So important to come back and just capitalize there.
Yeah. I honestly didn't think he got too aggressive on the putt. It had a nice pace. You know?
No, he lofted it, you know?
Yeah. I feel like it got just a little unlucky there. Martin to clean up par. Kessler don't miss those.
No, that was firm, man. Confident putt.
Thorsness also cleaning up par.
Lucas Thorsness holding it down for Laramie, Wyoming. One of the better players out there. Definitely has some distance.
Yeah, definitely. Shepard, a drop in par. Gosh, 310, but like you mentioned, Corey, that is a tough shape to get all the way to the pin, isn't it?
It is. Like, the distance isn't going to kill you. It's not overly dangerous, but I think it's just a weird angle to, like, play the skip off of the hillside down into that congested green. There were not a ton of birdies there.
That putt from Kim tried to jump out, but the rim kept it in. Looking at 11. What are we doing here, Corey?
I would say one of the signature tee shots here at Creekside Park. 400 feet, just your gentle downhill the whole way as you're throwing the disc. Hit one of these gaps, either the left side of the trees there or the right side where the drone is flying, and then just bleed it right back to the pin. Obviously, you got some trees down here by the green, so you could find yourself in tricky lie, even if you're within the circle. But overall, pretty much a point-and-shoot classic downhill glider of a hole.
Martin up first.
You can see the construction project that's getting to be done. Going to be a lot of improvements like this one.
Nice. Martin unfortunately finds one of the fairway defining trees. Shepard. leaking quite a bit here, Merle.
Yeah, finds the other fairway defining tree.
Yeah. Thorsness. Door open to grab a stroke. He needs one.
Definitely wants to get back in action here. Well above par for the round, but he's got the juice. Rough tree kick.
It's there, though. He's got to look.
It's there.
Yeah. Kim.
Tough on a lefty, this hole, I think. One of the, more difficult. It's just like it's so naturally set up to hang it off to the right and draw it back in.
Yeah. He finds a way through, and he's going to have a circle 2 look. Martin caught an early-ish tree, throwing his second.
Going with one of those color glow pigs, I believe.
Shepard, a long look at birdie as well. Oh, I was ready for that one to go in.
I know. Dude, every single time he lines one of those up, it feels like it's going in.
Kim. His long look at birdie does not connect either. And can Thorsness grab one on the card? You'd love to see it for him.
Ugh. Those are the ones that suck your soul out, dude.
So close, man. Oh, no. What was that? Martin. Buddy. Was that an air ball?
That was a slight rift in the space-time continuum. Back to our regularly scheduled program.
There we go. There he is. Grabs the bogey. Shepard for par.
It's kind of wild, dude. We droned the course. We played around when we first got into town here, and it's one of those courses where, if your game is dialed, you could score on all these holes. But there are so many opportunities to just have, one little kick, and all of a sudden it's a double, it's a single, it's a triple like we saw. I was a little surprised to see the scores maybe not quite as hot as I had in my mind going into the tournament,
That tournament pressure, though, Corey.
100%. I mean, listen, dude, you get the big dogs of Central Coast out here filming the tournament. Yeah. It's like, hey, it's the big leagues.
If you make a mistake, people are going to see it. They're not just going to hear about it. Hole 12. What are we doing?
We are bending one left to right to start, and then hoping that it has some late stability to bend back. This is a temp pin that they really only use for the tournament. You can see the normal pin short left of the drone there. This is the extendo all the way into this grass field. Ends up playing a little bit congested with hole 3, so hopefully there won't be any casuals playing. But overall, it's like throw something up, get it bending right, and then if it has some late stability, great. If not, you got yourself like an 85-footer.
Fair enough. That's what looks like what Brock will have. Yep.
It's tough to get it up into the green, into the circle without the big backhand.
Thorsness. This is a different line.
Speaking of big backhands, he went for it. We were talking about, Brian and I were kind of discussing the Laramie scene and how there's essentially no tunnels, no gaps. And that type of shot is you train for that type of shot in Laramie.
Gotcha. Kim finds a tree about halfway down the fairway. Martin looking to bounce back off the bogey on the last.
I like this.
It's going to fade, though. Still good, though.
Yeah, not bad, honestly. Maybe a little more turn would have been great, but he's in, C2?
Yeah. Kim kicked to an open second. Here it is. Not bad, not great.
Yeah.
Shepard, long look at 2. Come on, Brock. Dial one of these in.
Yeah, definitely went more of a jump lofty rather than that low spinner.
Thorsness for birdie. Let's go, dude.
Yes, on the board.
Off the schneid goes Lucas Thorsness. You love to see it.
Love it, dude. Sick putt, man. Big jumper. Or big stepper, I mean.
Absolutely. Martin, also a birdie look. Oh. Almost got back that bogey on the last. Not to be, though. Kim, this is for par.
Good putt. Almost snuck through there.
It did, yeah. Martin. Cleans up par. Man, kind of feels like Kai Kim could be somebody, Merle, you know?
Dude, seriously. Like, he's only, I mean, a junior in college, I believe, moved here 2 years ago for college, so still young, still kind of, locking in the game. But you're not wrong, dude. The form, the mindset, everything's there.
Yeah. The putt, 475 on a hyzer.
Mm-hmm.
Thorsness, though, making the highlight here, the big stepper, getting on the board. You'll love to see it. Taking a quick break. We'll be back in just a few.
I think the Black Hole Pro is the best practice basket I ever had at home.
I think the Black Hole Pro is a great practice basket.
I think the Black Hole Pro is one of the best teaching tool putting baskets that there is.
What I love most about this basket is that it catches really well.
Its chains are very solid for catching. They have a good heft to them.
It's pretty lightweight. You can put it in the back of your car easily.
If you're looking for a great solution for a practice basket and you don't want to break the bank, Black Hole Pro.
We're you in a brewing company. And we've been brewing beer in Salt Lake City for 3 decades. Every day, our passionate team pulls on their boots and gets down to business, making Utah's favorite craft beer, with a focus on quality and consistency. So you know, when you pack the Uinta, it's the right choice for the occasion.
Back to the action. In Salt Lake, looking at 13. What are we doing, Corey?
Oof. We are first chilling with a nice lime pilsner from Uinta Brewing. They have delicious beers that they were so nice to give us a few 6-pack of, so we've been sipping on those. But as far as the play on the course, we are just throwing a pretty intermediate flat shot with a baby hyzer finish. Definitely one of the easier holes on the course. The only real nuance here is that there is an OB line maybe like 8 feet long of the basket. Essentially, it just turns it into a drop-in par, so it's like not the worst thing to happen. But with a hole this short, you're kind of kicking yourself by falling into that OB.
Thorsness? Like that?
That would be it. That's exactly.
Wow, that is real close, Corey. Oh my goodness.
It's real close, and the reason being is that is separating 2 holes. So the next hole we play, that'll also be what's labeled as a Mando line. That's not a real thing, but it's essentially an OB line.
Gotcha. A gem from Brock Kim. Looks too high.
Definitely too high. Got a little fortunate. Filtered through the trees, in position.
How about that? Martin.
I like this play with the pig. Lucas went with the fairway driver, and Brock went with the rock. So I do like the shorter, slower play here.
Kim for birdie.
Yes. Putt's feeling confident again, man. You could tell in the middle of the round, maybe a little hesitant, but I think things are falling in nicely for him.
Shepard. Matches that birdie from Kim nicely. One more birdie putt coming. This from Martin.
Tricky lie, man.
Really, share of the lead.
The bush is like the one thing. No problem for Kessler there, but the bush is like that one thing to avoid on the green.
Mm-hmm. But the knee putt works nicely, and Thorsness should clean up par here in a hot second. I bet you that's the shortest par putt he's ever had after an OB drive.
Yeah, 3P from 6 feet.
From bullseye's edge. Kim. These putts don't just go in, Corey. They're great.
No, they're really good. I love the wrist extension, the palm up to the sky after the putt releases. Really focusing on getting that clean release, solid spin.
What is our pro play on 14, sir?
This one's tricky. It's a combination of 2 holes, so it's really like the definition of 2 placement shots for your birdie. 480 feet, not too long, but your tee shot essentially is looking to get right where the drone is flying now, right in front of that other short pad for the hole. Double Mando is in play, so you really want to line yourself up nicely with the gap. From there, though, it's a pretty routine, maybe 220-foot putter approach shot or sidearm if you've got it. Just like that, as the disc almost hits us. Thank you, local Salt Lakers. But pretty easy, and I think one of the holes that a lot of the field is hoping to birdie.
Brock, is he throwing a rock again, or is this even a putter?
Oh, he's rocking the Brock for sure right here. I think it's a great call. Like a mid-range seems to be the play. Nice and easy.
Kim flexing a forehand. Martin, did that get far enough for Kai, Corey?
Not really, to be honest with you. Far enough to make the double, but not far enough to like have a nice little window into the green. Kessler, though, similar to Kai, he is going to be short of that double mando, forcing maybe a sidearm turnover. This
Thorsness?
is looking a little bit more powerful, though. Love
Ooh,
that.
that is a gem out of Lucas. Kim short of the mando, having to get a little tricky. Not bad.
He's all right. Yeah, 50, 60 feet maybe.
Yeah. And Martin, he's got enough angle to make this work.
No, this is like a me shot all day. I'm stoked with that lie. You know, just
Absolutely.
like come over on the sidearm, draw it in.
Mm-hmm. He does that pretty nicely. He's in the circle. Thorsness. Oh no. Having the best drive by far.
Oh, he almost missed the Mando line coming back to the restricted plane, but he is going to be safe.
Oh, good news there. Shepard. Oh yeah.
Yeah. That's nice.
Loving that. Thorsness now throwing 3.
No, he's not loving that shot. He's going to have,
Not.
you know, just about this putt, too.
Yeah, Kim for birdie. Had the want on it.
He never is at a lack for wants. That is for sure.
Thorsness cannot clean up par. Will drop in bogey after being CTP off the tee. Martin, a birdie putt.
Man, it is close at the top, too. You see that 5 down, 6 down, 6 down. You know, nobody really running away with this thing.
Ooh. I'm going to call that the first big mistake on the putting green we've seen from Kim.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's like the first real proper miss, you know?
Yep. Martin makes the comeback, or at least... No, Kim for bogey. Dropping a stroke. Is that going to give Martin the solo lead? Yes, it will.
So should be noted, we had
Oh.
Joey Kozlovsky on the card. Great birdie there by Brock. Round 1, kind of had a off round. He is in the clubhouse at this point with a 6 under for the round. So he's sitting at 8 down overall. That's kind of the number that we're looking at as we're finishing this round.
Gotcha. Brock joining the lead with that birdie. He and Martin tied at 6. 2 off of that mark at 8. Looking at 15.
Oof, love this hole, man. Do you have the stones to throw it over the creek? That is the question here. We're at Creekside Park, so feels obligatory that you might have to. But there's 2 options. You could go with a pretty tight sidearm line off of the tee, but then it opens up to a pretty safe landing zone. Or you could go 280 feet, carrying OB the entire way and try and dunk this thing right on the green. Dealer's choice.
Options. We'll see what they do. Shepard up first.
This is so surprising for me. Like, he's so good at throwing those rock shots. It feels like just a glider right over the water would have worked, but he's played here enough. I'm sure he has, you know, decision-making down.
He's done the math on this one.
Yep.
You know, Martin.
Going with the slower disc, the pig makes it across at least, but he's in a not ideal spot.
Kim. He'd love a bounce back birdie after the last.
Ooh.
That got through clean.
It did, dude. How? Somehow.
Wow. Thorsness, he'd take some of that luck right now.
I mean, that's like, if that kicks in the water, that's 2, almost 3 stroke swing there, you know?
Oh, Thorsness does get it as well. You love that. Shepard has a long bid. One of these are due to drop.
Going with the Halo Sonic, I think with the Halo Polecat, that might have actually been in.
You're such a polecat homer. Martin has nothing from 20 feet.
Yeah, you could see it's just
Dude.
so scary. I mean, even anything landing there, like that's a horror show.
I was very worried that was going to get wet.
Yeah.
Thorsness has a crowded look at 2, but it's pretty short. Yeah, that's good.
His putt is so like straight line vertical. You know, I feel like that wasn't hurting him so much. You know, he's kind of tightly packed in there, but had a clean line, got the arm moving.
Kim takes advantage of that kick. Grabs a birdie. And looks like he also grabs a share of the lead. We got a 3-way tie again? Isn't that where we started?
Dude, number of the beast, man. 666.
That's wild. We just need Thorsness at 4, I believe. But
To lock it up, to
perfectly
bring
match
it
ours.
back to where we are. Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at that. Man of nature.
From the woods. Lucas Thorsness. Nicely done,
Good
sir.
putt, though. Yeah. Quality stroke, man. I feel like when he's playing on, I bet you his putt is just dynamite.
Yep. Feel that. What are we doing on 16, Corey?
340 feet. This is an extended tee pad. You can see the normal tee pad here to the left. We are throwing off the sidewalk, bit of a tunnel off the tee, and a roped state of Utah as a hazard island, or an island where everything else plays as hazard, if that makes sense.
Okay.
So play it at where it lies if you're off of the island, plus 1 stroke. But you can see, you know, one of the... They love this hole. They always put little state of Utah there and just some hometown flair, you know?
Nice, man. Nice. Shades of the DMC. They had
Yes.
Iowa.
100%. Yeah, I kind of love it, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. Kim.
Pull it a little.
It's fighting. Oh my
Man.
goodness.
Dude, he has had a multiple of that exact situation, you know?
Yeah. Uh-huh. Makes you throw hard enough, good things happen, right?
Yeah, not wrong.
Thorsness.
Nice
Go
and
in.
controlled.
Whew.
Good stick.
Yeah, that's a gem. Shepherd.
Good pull, sticky.
Oh, I was worried that didn't have quite enough to find the fat
Yeah.
part of the green. Martin.
Yeah, I like the draw on this one.
Oh, this is lovely from Kessler.
Tink. Give the man $1.
Drop that in. Shepherd for par.
Yes, good save.
No one rattles around, but does drop home. Brock grabs the 3, limiting the damage to just 1 stroke to the card. Thorsness for 2.
Yeah, he knew it out of his hand.
Yeah. Kim. Casual work on the birdie there.
Playing well, man. Stacking him up as he's finishing. The one, obviously, the silly miss that he would love to have back for the bogey,
Yeah.
but 3 birdies, last 4 holes, he's putting a charge on.
Thorsness in for par. This is a drop-in deuce for Martin. Maintaining
Yeah.
his share of the lead with Kim. Shepherd now 1 off.
Any hole you putt with the same disc you drive with, that's a good hole.
If you ever ask Ken Climo his favorite putter, ask my driver.
Yeah, exactly. That's
Yep.
hilarious.
Looking at 17. What are we doing, sir?
Yeah, 17 and 18 kind of plays as a little bit of a there and back situation. Both pretty far, and I would consider them plus birdies. 385 feet, not an overwhelming amount of distance on this one, but it's more the ceiling that you're dealing with and the line that you have to take to get it there. A big power sidearm is definitely advantageous on this one. Has a little bit of a left to right action when we get into the green. But, you know, righty backhand, lefty backhand, it all plays as long as you throw it hard and low.
This guy throws hard. Kai Kim on the tee.
Boom, boom.
Oh,
Oh my, he almost aced
did
that
that?
thing.
He did almost ace that. Whoa. Martin. Does he like this?
No. No, it's just a little too turned. I think with like
Okay.
2 or 3 degrees less angle, it fights back out of it, and he does like it. But
At least
you
in,
can
in
see.
a
You go ahead.
easy up and down. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no. I did not see that one up there, Corey. Did you? Little ninja branch.
No, and it's I think Lucas does like to play these high lines. At Laramie, that's like the play on a lot of holes, and there's just a ceiling on pretty much every one of these shots, so it's tough.
Shepard with a nice skip lake gets into the circle for a birdie look.
Love that, dude. He's throwing one of those Anton bosses, I think, the newer
Oh,
run,
wow.
not the destroyers,
Uh-huh.
but the bosses. Yeah.
Thorsness going over the top with his second and finds another tree.
Yeah.
Throwing 3 now. You got to get up and down from here. So he's done that, Corey.
Yeah, good shot, good recovery.
Martin has a long look at 2.
It's a low percentage make from there.
Yeah, but it was shaping. Kim grabs the solo lead with a big birdie.
Great putt, Kai Kim. He's loving it. He's chuckling.
Yeah, man.
When he's smiling and grooving, he plays well.
Shepard to match that birdie. Does that. He's got to stay 1 behind. Kim now tied with Kessler in second. I guess we got Kozlowski in the clubhouse at 8.
Exactly. So 8's the number. I think some of these guys had looked at the scorecard late. They knew it was 8. That's who they're chasing down.
So Kim has a chance to pass that on 18. He'll need 4 straight birdies to get off the course to do it, though.
Yeah, and 18, not a hole that people are going to be chalking up for birdie, as Kai, you can see. Look at, he's got like a old pistol grip.
Ooh, little fist pump. You love it.
Good putt. Hole
18.
424 feet. 2 Mandos off of the tee effectively doesn't change the shot. It really just doesn't allow you to throw the big left side out and around at the parking lot. But really, you're trying to thread this gap that the drone is flying through with a baby finish at the end. So if you're lefty, pull it over and you want that late flex to get the distance. But, not a lot of guys are throwing over the top on this one. It's pretty much 424 feet of like straight line barreling distance.
Must be nice to have that.
Yeah, it's not for me.
No. I'm calling Cap. You can get here, Corey. Kim, can he get
Yeah,
there?
I could birdie it, but I don't know if I'm parking it.
He had the distance, just leaked a little right. Shepard. Wanted more flip on this, Corey?
Yeah, you want more flip, obviously. You just need it to like really hold that line forever. The whole play's even a little longer, I think, than 424, just because with the trees.
Martin? This is doing something decent. It's about out there with Kim. Thorsness.
Finally with a little bit of ceiling to play with,
Wow.
Really takes advantage
Really?
of it.
Huh.
Sure. Crushed it.
He sure did. Shepard, another long look at birdie.
This hole is one of the holes, good bid, that maybe could use some work. 88% pars,
Yeah.
which is just not really what you're looking for from a hole.
Yeah, especially on hole 18, you like a little scoring separation happening.
Oh, Kai.
Wow. That was for the solo lead heading into the final round. It looks like it'll be tied to the top with Kozlowski. Thorsness cannot make it work there. Martin for par.
There you go. Good finish.
The Martin will be 1 off the lead. 1 round to go. Kim tied for it. Thorsness in for his par.
Creekside playing tough today, man. 1 down, 2 down, 3 down on your lead card. There was not a bunch of like smoking hot scores.
tough gets, a lot of tough lines, a lot of really punishing OB. It's you
Boom.
got to golf this one, Corey.
No, very true, man. There's a lot of mistakes to be had. There's areas that will stack up quickly. I mean, we had to survive hole 8. But yeah, bunch of good golf, bunch of good guys, and stoked for the final round.
Yeah, there are your scores on the card. Let's check out our top 10 here. Terribly. With that hole 8, man. Oof.
Hole 8, oof, man. And it's just so fun to have a tournament that plays on 2 drastically different courses as this one does. You see our lead card essentially the same as the round 2, but that Joseph Kozlowski just leapfrogging everyone with that 6 under par, jumping into the tie for lead. Stoked to get back on the mountain tomorrow.
It should be a fun watch. Thanks everybody for watching round 2. We'll catch you tomorrow for round 3.